How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of Hill Farmstead up in this piece, in the form of double Riwaka. This is an Imperial India Pale Ale, brewed with Riwaka hops. Yeah. How old is this sucker? It's canned 428, so you're talking about 2.5 months on this. A little bit of time, but it's Hill Farmstead. Should still be good. This comes courtesy of my boy Max. Let's throw this in the old glass of Ruski, and then we'll see what's what. I've had this beer before. And I remember it not sucking. Let's put it that way. I had the base Riwaka, not double Riwaka. I forget. So, label-wise, it's, Hill Farmstead. It's basically everything they do is the same. But it's Hill Farmstead, so it doesn't suck. And as far as that beer looks, that soft kind of haziness that we all come to love and expect in a really well-done kind of big old New England-style hazy. Pinky finger, infinite creaminess, a little bit of soapy edge on it. Yeah, she looks the part of a nice big Imperial hazy. It's got a nose. Not super explosive. You get a decent amount of grassiness in there. It's not leaning heavily into a dank rankiness, but there's this nice soft kind of mango melon vibe going on under it. So you get this soft little kind of grassy greeniness, and then you get that tropical fruit thing on the other side. Nothing too sweet, which is very much appreciated. They say Imperial India Pale Ale, they actually call it the ABV on this. So you're talking what? I'm guessing this is right around 8%, knowing how Farmstead and what they do. So it smells like a really well done, not super violent, 2x4 to the face kind of New Zealand hoppy kind of beer. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, man. That's good. That's good. I think this is mellowed quite a bit, being that it's old and being that it was shipped and it kind of was out and about for a couple days in decent summer weather. Let's put it that way. I think it's kind of muted a bit, but it's muted in a very beautiful way. This green grass component that I'm getting off this is one of my favorite flavors that I rarely get in a lot of hazies, let alone double IPAs. It's just this luscious green. It's almost like a grass and cucumber fruit smoothie without the cucumber. I don't even know. It's just this very well done vegetal style kind of greenness that really turns me on, and that I really only get, oddly enough, out of New England breweries that come up from the New England area, even though they're dealing with a hop that isn't necessarily from up that way. Tends to be a flavor profile a lot of those guys kind of pull off, and it's absolutely fantastic. You get that little bit of shot of hot pellet green bittering with it too, so it adds a little dimension. On the other end is that soft, slightly undersweet mango, pear, peach kind of mixture is what I'm actually getting to taste, and that pairs beautifully well with the way that kind of green comes off. So it feels like it's kind of muted a bit, but it's muted in a very subtle, very delicious way. And this is honestly probably one of the main beers I would hold up to a lot of hazy breweries and go, listen, this is the beer that holds up. A lot of people are like, oh, it's 2 weeks old, it's 3 weeks old, was it kept at temperature, blah, 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 all that bullshit. And I'm not saying the people who have that kind of mindset are wrong, because there's a lot of breweries that make beer that only hold up for a month and a half. You're talking about 2.5 months here, That's a long time. Well, not 2.5 months. No, 2.5 months. I'm right. So you're talking about a beer that I'm not saying it hasn't changed in 2.5 months, but it's changed into something that is different yet still is delicious. And these are the beers I like to prop up like that, because beers should be able to last that amount of time. So it's amount of skill and well-madeness, cleanliness, expertise, all those things come into play. Shows you what a beer can be, even with a couple months on it, in a style that inherently people knee-jerk to be like, this needs to be fresh. It's not the case. So yeah, absolutely delicious. The way that kind of tropical fruit marries with that kind of pear. Pear is a big thing here, with that little bit of stone fruit, and then on the other end, that nice green grassiness with that little bit of sharp kind of hot pellet thing. It's all rounded on the edges, except for that little sharp piece. It works into a very beautiful beer. Drinks nothing closer to an Imperial IPA, but in a good way. Like, I know I'm drinking something high ABV, but it's not hot or sharp. And it's absolutely fantastic. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better double IPAs I've had? Is like, yes, it's up there. It's probably even, if it's not Mount Rushmore status, it's very, very close. Value and availability. Hill Farmstead, gotta go to the brewery to get it, but their prices usually aren't that bad and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like Hill Farmstead, you like Hazie's, you like tropical hops, you like well-made New England style double IPAs. Not afraid of a little bit of green, you like that grassiness, there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our review as much as I did down there. If you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a Hill Farmstead right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.